Hi, Ola here again, and I'm really glad that you've come back because this is day 2 of your 7-day free True Wealth Attraction Action Program. Now, yesterday we talked about your money mindset profile, and hopefully you went off and took the quiz on my website to find out what your money mindset profile was. And when you did, I would have sent you what your profile was, and in that it would have explained what the key characteristics of thinking in that way was, and what you can do to start taking action towards changing that. Now, when you got your profile, how did you feel about it? Did it ring true, or were you thinking, no, this is not really me? Actually, it doesn't really matter where you start, as we said yesterday. Recognising that you're thinking about money in a certain way is part of the journey, and all the practices and the healing techniques that are shown to work just as well with any of the profile. You'll get some benefit from taking the actions suggested in the profile, even if you are one of the different money mindsets, because the healing goes deep and it works for all of them. If you really felt that it didn't resonate with you, that this is not how you currently think about money, all the money mindset profile types are detailed in my free ebook. So if you want to have a look at what the other ones are, maybe check in with yourself to see which one more resonates with you, then please feel free to do that. So download my book if you haven't already done it, and whatever profile you feel you want to work with the most, then work with that. The healing works for all of the profiles, so even though I've identified specific places to start with your healing for a particular profile, doing that work on all of them will work just as well. So whatever one you've come up with, know that healing is going to be healing your relationship with money, irrespective of what profile you have specifically identified. Today our task is to look at our money history. Now, this is a story of you and your relationship with money from when you were very tiny to where you are currently today, and it's how your conditioning has come about. This is what's caused your money mindset profile. So by understanding your money history, you can see how these beliefs have been brought about, how they've grown up, and then you can start to unravel them, because often what we find with limiting beliefs is actually they may be true in some circumstances, but they're not universally true, and that's why they're limiting. They stop us taking action outside the circumstances where the belief that we've got was actually benefiting us. So how do we look at our money history? What we do is take a long, deep focus at all our experiences with money, because when you focus on something, you give it more attention, you notice things that you probably didn't notice when you took a cursory look. Have you ever read an article and you read through it and you thought, oh, I understood that, and then read it again at a slower pace when you've got more time and you realise, wow, there's loads of things here that I missed, loads of things that were glaringly obvious I didn't notice because my first pass was too quick. And that's often how we look back over history of our lives, over our previous experiences. We just do a kind of a, rose-coloured spectacle thing, or maybe a quick ganter, and we miss some of the significant moments. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a piece of paper and draw a line. Any direction, draw a line. And at one end of the line, I want you to put born, and at the other end of the line, I want you to put the word now. Now, this line represents your life from as you were born to the current moment in time. Now, what we want to do is to look at your experiences with money along your timeline, and it helps to do this by using these categories. So I want you to think of the times in the past where you were giving money, where you were saving money, where you were spending money, and where you were earning money. I want you to think about your earliest memories of these occasions, or the ones with the most significant impact in terms of how you remember them. And now what I want you to do is to mark them on your timeline. When did they occur? So if this is your timeline, so halfway in your timeline will be roughly half your age, and then half of that again will be a quarter of your age. When were these incidents? And mark them on your timeline. Each of the instances, I want you to think about the following questions. What were the circumstances? Were other people involved? What were they telling you about money? Can you remember what your feelings were at the time? Can you remember what it caused you to believe at the time? Or what it causes you to believe now about money? Or what it caused you to believe about yourself? When you've done this for each of these instances, you'll have all the information that you need to construct your money history, to write your money autobiography. And I really would urge you to take time to do this, to actually sit down and write your story of what your money history is. Your subconscious mind will continue to manifest in your life the things that you unconsciously tell it that you want. Now, this is an unconscious thing. You're not aware that you're saying this. So if you have a limiting belief that says, I don't deserve money, I've always been bad with money, then that's what your subconscious mind will think that you want. The circumstances where you don't deserve money and you're no good with it. Until you're able to change that conditioning, to send more positive signals to your subconscious, you will always manifest in your life what you're telling yourself. Therefore, the more that you understand where your limiting beliefs about money are coming from, the easier it will be for you to make a shift in your behaviour and your thinking. We attract wealth into our lives when we are truly free to receive it. That is, there's nothing in our minds that stands in this way. That's your work for today, to go off and write your money history. I really hope that you enjoy doing it. Anyway, I'll be back with you for tomorrow's video. So as always, until then, have an amazing, brilliant, charming, delicious, exceptionally fabulous time.